Yo, what's up, producer family? It's your boy No Producer. We're back again with another video. I'm so sorry for the lag. I've been meaning to put out videos every 2 weeks, but yeah, that just didn't happen. Sorry about that. I hope y'all had a nice holiday though, a nice New Year's, Christmas, all that. Y'all see the title of the video, so I'm gonna stop wasting all your time. We're just gonna jump right into the breakdown. My secret to making good Avenoir or Avenoir, I've been corrected. I was saying Avenoir this whole time because that's the way it's spelled, but apparently it's wrong. It's Avenoir. So I know I sound insane. It's like Avenoir and Avenoir, whatever. The way that I make my Avenoir samples is like, you just gotta lean into that noir feel. That's like noir is a film genre. You gotta beauty max. You low-key just gotta like make the most beautiful cinematic samples that you can ever make. I'm gonna show y'all how to do that real quick. If you guys don't really know how, pretty simple. All right. Most of the live sounds that you guys hear in today's video are actually from Sounhive.com. Starting with this first guitar right here by my boy Nat Bass. This is from his Vanguard guitar kit on Sounhive. It sounds like this. Immediately set the tone. I don't know why I gravitated toward this one, but I just really like the tone of this. Grabbed that, threw it in. I don't think I even pitched it, nothing. Didn't even change the speed, just straight out of the box. I added this bell. As you guys hear, it has like the little pitch bend, that little crackle. From Cymatic's Memory, noisy tape preset, gives it that little bend, I like it. And then this delay, dual delay, so that way I can control the delay in each headphone separately. Kilohertz, both of these are free plugins, by the way. If you guys listen to his songs like Art of War, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just super detuned, super nostalgic. So I try to emulate that with his bell, is just try to keep that feeling. And a good way to go about and do this is kind of just give yourself that feeling and then just go ahead and make a loop. Like, you'll be surprised. You don't even have to try to just like sit there and tap into that emotion. If you just give yourself that feeling, I don't know, you're watching like 2016 compilations or playing a game on the DS or watching your favorite show from back in the day, right? Anything that gives you that nostalgic feeling, do that. Go right into FL and just start creating. Just let it flow out of you onto there. Just don't hold back. Whatever happens. You got to be okay with the end result, and you're gonna get crazy samples every single time. It's a little something I learned. I like to spill like the sauce that people don't even think about.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
We got this bass guitar right here. This is just a one shot. Sounds like that. Put it together in this. The reason why I wanted a one shot is so I could do things like this slide. Kind of like if you're gliding up the strings with your fingers. And I'm just kind of following along with what I hear in the guitar. Just kind of following along with the notes. Just use your ears, feel it out. This is from Splice Instrument, which you can also use Labs by Spitfire Audio. It's the same exact sounds, just literally they took the Spitfire Audio and they just put it in Splice. I believe this is the cinematic strings. I know, really complicated stuff, but it's the same chord. All I'm doing is I'm just kind of going from E to B, so that's down 5. If you guys don't know, so counting 5 down is always a perfect fifth, and that always sounds good. And since E is the E of our scale, you just start on E and then count down 5. Go up 5 again, down 5, up 5. And then you just add in these little like schmingamabobs, right? Throw in these extra chords to taste. It's B the whole time. And then there's a little tension at the end. I like my notes super close together to kind of create that tension. Noir does that a lot. Furthering the topic of strings, we have these violin phrases. This one. And then you guys are like, no, where do I get violin phrases like that? I'll tell you, okay? You guys are gonna get these from Sounhive.com, Live Layers Volume 1. This is my kit. These are my violin phrases. Because I really love violin. You know, just listen to these, man. I mean, that's beautiful. So there's going to be a 25% off coupon in the description down below as well. So if you guys want to grab all these kits, it's 25% off just for you guys because I love my YouTube viewers. And then we're going to move on to this perk loop that I have in this B section over here. Layered it with these taiko drums. Or these cinematic sticks, I mean. Again, we're just film maxing this. We're just making it as beautiful as possible. Together, everything sounds like this. And then over here, I just added this guitar solo from Splice. And then this reverse piano effect right here. I know, super talented just stacking a bunch of splice loops on top of each other. This is like a 1 in 100 chance you're gonna catch me actually using splice loops. But that's pretty much it for the sample. Then I moved it over to another project to throw some drums on it. So we're gonna open that up. Okay. Missing data. So let's get into these drums, right? So I start off with just this kick and this snare pattern, and you're just gonna think like Brent Faiyaz stuff. So get these bounces in here. If you're around like 120 to like 140 range, you can hit this like 2-space bounce. So 2 spaces, 2 spaces. That's gonna give you this really unique, like that really unique do 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 pattern. So I threw that in there. And then over here, I did that same pattern with the snare. I took inspiration. I think that's a Brent Faiyaz or like a Saunders song. They do this exact same technique, the boom, 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 kick and snare callback right there. I add in this perk. This is from my boy Slate's Y2K kit. Kind of tonal, so I'm just kind of going down the scale. Give it some vibes. A little shaker. Can't go wrong with a shaker. Another shaker. Ooh, some shaker rolls for the, creme de la creme, the top and cherry on top. You gotta throw in this Splice Instrument drum kit. Splice Instrument is overpowered, guys, or Labs by Spitfire is overpowered because of these live drums. So they're gonna sound like this, right? But with everything. Gives it so much more emotion. Oh, this little, so tough. Over here, the drums pick up a bunch. This is the full pattern. So we add in this second hi-hat, 2-step. I'm like the hi-hat god, kinda. What I was showing you earlier with that 2-space bounce, we're just doing that on the kicks with some variation. Oh, I love Splice Instrument, guys. So crash. This crazy tom run. Oh my god. I really wanted to just imagine like what I would be playing if I was up there like on the drum kit, like and then hit that cymbal. If I saw somebody play that shit live, just rocking out on the drums, I don't know, bro. There's just something about that. But yeah, everything together. Back in the kicks. With the melody, it's all gonna sound like this. That's pretty much beat number 1 all done. For this next one, we're kind of trying to mix a little bit of synth with some live elements. So I took this starter from my boy Matt Crazy, and it sounds like this. I just like that dark, nostalgic, vintage synth, and it's just 2 chords in D minor, so there's nothing really too crazy going on with this one. And actually, my boy M.A. Crazy, he has the only other Avenoir tutorial on YouTube. Not only that, but he's also a member of Sounhive, and I didn't even know that he had this until I was researching for this video. And then I came across his video, and I was like, yo, I know that guy. I just found a bunch of guitar samples because I felt too lazy to go get my electric and play it out myself. Wah guitar right there. A little guitar accent. So these are all the guitars together. It's a little soulful lick. Kind of making my own little melody with playing between the two. Some actual skill. Very, 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 very little skill, but we're gonna get into it anyways. We start with this. You can barely even hear that. little synth pad. All that it is the same chord twice. When I say that these samples aren't hard to make, I really mean they aren't hard to make. You just need to find 2 chords and then copy them over and make a little variation. And the little variation that I made was taking out this high note, just deleting one. And then this thing. Jeez Louise. A little ambient synth looking thing. Etheric keys, that's what this one is called. Analog Lab. Just gave it some flanges, some kilohertz delay, and some low cut filter. And then that's it for this sample, honestly. You know, FL really just gives you some time to think, you know, just kind of just feel, you know, for a moment. You're just kind of sitting here staring at the pinwheel loading, and you're like, damn, kind of soothing, you know. I might get hypnotized a little bit. You might see some spirals start going around in my eyes, and I'm gonna be like all zombied out. Oh, we're back. Okay. This is what the full drum is gonna sound like. Dude, that's kind of dirty. So really, I started with just this bounce right here with just this first bar. And then I found ways to just copy that over. Because look, if I put this here, it's just the same bounce. And I take these out, same bounce. I just start with one little thing. I'm like, dang, I kind of like the roll on that. I just kind of move it around. And then over here, I move the roll down 1 semitone. I don't know why, you can barely tell. Especially once an artist gets on that, you're never going to know. You know, super simple stuff. I just kind of put the roll leading up to where the snare hits, because the snare is usually going to hit right here in the middle of each bar. It's kind of intentional. Use the hi-hats. And then also, if you look down here at the velocities, you're going to tell that it rises. So it just kind of does this little rising effect into the snare. I don't know. I like it. Just kind of leads in, makes it hit a little harder. You know, something for you guys to try. Let's go into this kick, and where's the snare? Super simple bounce to start. So this is kind of like really industry level drum programming, and I don't want to say industry level and that make it sound like, oh, it's super difficult, because at the industry level, bro, it's like the main goal of industry producers is how can we get the vibe across in as little moves as possible. It's like playing a game of chess, and it's like, how can I win the game in as little moves as possible? So I'm talking about industry level. I'm talking about, you know, things that are usable by artists, leaving space. So this looks really stupid. And you're like, oh, this is the guy that's teaching me how to produce? Yeah. At the end of the day, this is what artists like. And then over here, I do that little triple kick, you know, the 2 spaces in between the kick again. And I just shift the snare over. Instead of it hitting in the middle, it's like a half a beat over. You know, you can't really tell listening to it. My advice, if you're trying to shift the snare over, you know, either half a beat, or sometimes you can even shift the snare over like a whole beat to over here, is to just put something here, like put a sound where there would be the snare hit, just so that that space is kind of full and the rhythm is kind of carried, especially if you have a very consistent snare pattern before that, like it's hitting in the middle and then all of a sudden we switch it up. That did the trick, right? So we'll just open up the rest of everything else. A lot of perks. This thing, right? And then we have this perk, this perk, and of course a little triangle. I can't resist a good triangle, bro. Triangles are so heat, especially when you layer with the snare. Yeah, that's pretty much it. More live drums right here. Start with this hi-hat. And I have this open hat, and I just randomize velocities. And the cool thing about the Splice drum kit actually is that it does automatically randomize velocities for you. Kind of gives it that really human feel, which I really like, and that's a big staple of Avenoir's style, is kind of make it seem a little human play with the sample involved. That's pretty much it for that beat right there. All right, so I know I've been using loops all tutorial long, but here is a project that uses no loops. I lied. It uses one vocal loop that's barely heard, but everything else is played by me to show you guys that I can actually make music. We're just gonna go ahead and give this a little listen to. That's the end of that sample. Again, we're just beauty maxing. We're just making this as serene as we can. So I first started by playing out all these different takes on my acoustic guitar, and I recorded them into FL. So it's only 2 chords, by the way. Different ways of playing 2 different chords. I didn't stray away from those 2 chords this whole time. So I recorded this all into voice memos, just airdropped it in, chopped it up so everything was on time, because I'm horrible at playing guitar on time, but you know, I'm getting better. So I just found these 2 chords that I really liked. I thought they sounded good together, so then I was like, what are some melodies I could play on top of it? From there, I added this little bass. Yeah, this is a cello bass. Like a plucked cello bass. This is in the guitar. Piano. And we're throwing in this little melody. I clicked in this melody. I'm just kind of going and see if I pitch this down. There you go. I'm exposed again. This is in a major key. So it's just an arpeggiated A major 9. And I pretty much just do that. I just take notes from the chords and from chord extensions. So if you know the rule where you go 3 2 3 2 3 2 and you just keep going up, that'll make the chord. So 3 2 3. This is a 7th. If I went up another 2, this would be the 9th. So we're doing the 3 2 3 2 spacing right here. And so that's how I get my note for the 9th up here. And so then that's pretty much all I'm doing, is I'm just playing along with the chord and its extensions. When I break it down to you guys are probably like, oh, why don't I do that? Yeah, you guys should. It's easy. Play this on my electric guitar. Starts over here. Just as a little like layer in the background. I feel like electric guitar can never really sound bad. And then this little female box. From the Kavi kit. And that's pretty much the end of the sample. If you guys want to make guitar melodies on your own, but you guys don't know any guitar chords or how to play, you can go to this website, allguitarchords.com. You can just click, you want to play the C sharp major chord, and it's going to show you every single one up the neck. And you can even go to like guitar scales, sure, that we want to be in that A major, okay? There's A major. Here's all the notes that you can play in A major. You can even do scales to chords. So say we want to go in A major again, for example, click A major. Here's every single chord that you can play that's within the key. So there you go. Now you just find one that you think sounds good. So I think A major 7 is what I played. Boom, super easy. There's the fingering.
Record it out, finger pick it a few different ways, throw it in FL, and then you can always just chop up all the guitar together. First, you need a guitar for that, of course, which I recommend that you guys get if you want to make some R&B loops like this. So I didn't throw drums on this one. If any of you guys would like to throw drums on this one, hit me up on IG. You guys saw Noah produced it. I'll send it to you right away. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want, there is going to be a free kit down below full of all the sounds from today's video. So if you guys want to get the drum sounds, the one-shots, the guitar sounds, all of that stuff, the guitar loops, violin loops, all going to be in this free kit that you guys can go grab from soundhive.com. Remember, 25% off of all the kits if you liked any of the sounds. Lastly, before we go, I would just like to show you guys this one thing. I'm very, very fortunate that as a music producer, I work very, very closely with this website called Beat Library, which is the newest beat marketplace. If you are trying to sell beats online and BeatStars just isn't really working, Beat Library pays out a lot different and a lot faster than BeatStars by giving you money if anyone listens to your beat, downloads your beat, or uses your beat in a song, and it automatically scans all DSPs, so that way it makes you nobody's stealing any of your beats. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I just wanted to put you guys on. I really think that if you're trying to make, a couple extra bucks, or you want to start earning your first $10 off of music, $10, $50, $100, whatever it is off of music, Beat Library is probably the best place to get there, because you see instant returns like probably that same week that you upload. If you guys are interested, hit me up on IG. We can go and talk about Beat Library. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Go grab you guys those free sounds down below. Y'all deserve it for sticking through the whole thing, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.